had to wait.
Oh, wait for the explanation.
We're ready.
Oh, well, before we start, we are starting at the beginning of the year, and we are librarians in the school district, and you are the middle school teachers.
It's
Right,
an
and that-
in-service at the
in-service,
beginning
yeah.
of the school year. This is the entire library department, K through 12, that we're presenting to the middle school. Sunnyside Middle School.
Sunnyside Middle School. If you work with Mary Kay, you know.
Okay?
So we'll pretend that the principal has already done her opening spiel, and then now we get to move in. So. Hi everyone, welcome back to a new year at school. We are really excited to start this year, and I am really excited to introduce to you the entire library department. We have them with us here today in order to kick off our school year and get us started right. So we'll go ahead and take a moment and just quickly introduce ourselves to you.
I'm Denise Nauman. I'm Kathy Baldoff.
Benoni Outerbridge.
Trisha McNeil, you all know me.
I'm Laura Wieman.
I'm Annette Serio.
I'm Kristen Rowe.
Lauren Super.
So we know at the beginning of the year, we are all super excited. It's a fresh start, it's a new year, we have all of these great ideas, we are ready to go, the students are coming in a few days. But we also know that inevitably at some point throughout the year, this is going to happen. So no matter how hard we try and how wonderfully the school year starts, this seems to happen to us. And this is because we are dealing with tons of stuff. We know that you are busy and stressed about integrating new standards, about covering your entire curriculum within your year. You have lesson plans, parent communication. Now we have a new teacher evaluation system that we are dealing with. So all of this adds up, piles up, and we get stressed out. But we are all here to tell you that we're here to help. So we don't want you to get to this point. We want to be able to help you so that you can be calm and stress-free throughout the school year. So we all know that research has shown us that a good library program, a strong library program, is good for everyone. It's good for students, it's good for teachers. But what does that exactly look like for you here in our middle school? Well, we can help you out with many things. And today we're going to talk about three of kind of those big stressors that we have throughout the year, which is integration of our new PA core standards, working with others so that you're not doing it alone, and the new teacher evaluation system and portfolios. So let's get started talking a little bit about our PA core integration.
Okay, this is a little mind-boggling to look at initially, but I'll explain it. You may not be aware, but we have standards as librarians. We have a model curriculum, we have standards. You all have standards too, and guess what? They match. They often match. So if you look at the four corners of this chart, you'll see in the blue, you'll see the four core areas. But taking, for instance, English and language arts, there's 59 standards that you have to meet in English and language arts. 19 of those match up with ours. 19. Embrace that for a second. So if you look at these in the white area, those are the ones that match up. In the center, the larger numbers are our standards. We have 134 standards in our curriculum. And the 44 represents a accumulation of the ones that match with your core standards. So right there, we unburden you of 44 standards. Come to us. We will plan, we will teach, and we will evaluate on those standards. so that you have 44 fewer standards to worry about. We'll do it. How's this work? In the practice, it'll work. You have a research project coming up. That's where we will help. We will do the planning and the teaching of information technology. We'll do everything for you. You have then time to worry about your other standards. Okay?
As just one example, the second big idea from the library model curriculum is critical thinkers actively and skillfully interpret, analyze, evaluate, and synthesize information. Now, this skill is identified as a K-12 PA course standard across all of your subjects, and we address this skill in nearly every library research lesson. Highlighting just one of the library information concepts, the first one, evaluating sources, we see that our libraries can help you cover the English Language Arts Standard, CC.1.4, writing. Students write for different purposes and audiences, and the Business Computer and Information Technology Standard 15.4.L. With help, students will use web browsers to locate content-specific websites at every level from kindergarten through 12th grade.
Now, this standard that Kathy was just speaking of, evaluating sources, happens to be the most important literacy standard as determined by a survey of college librarians and university librarians throughout the state of Pennsylvania from a recent study. So when you bring your students to the library, and I should also mention that not only has it been determined the most important literacy standard in this survey, it was also determined that the college librarians find this to be the most lacking skill that first-year college students come to college with. So when you bring your students to the library for research projects, and we continue to address the evaluating of sources, not only are we helping you integrate that standard, but we are working towards the student achievement because we are helping our students be prepared right now here at Sunnyside Middle School, in high school, and even at the college level. So we're starting getting them a foundation right now that helps them all the way to the college level be better prepared. And I have a great little story to share with you. I'm sure a lot of you remember Corey Robinson, bright red hair, a little bit goofy, super nice kid. He came through Sunnyside Middle School here quite a few years ago. Now he's all grown up. He's starting his sophomore year down at CMU, and he sent me an email at the end of last school year as he was finishing up his freshman year, letting me know that when he worked on the Noodle Tools project that I did with the social studies department at the high school, that when he came into his freshman seminar biology class, he was the only student in his class who was totally comfortable using Noodle Tools and passed the course with flying colors. A lot of his peers were struggling. He was able to help them out. And it's always nice, you don't get that all the time as a teacher, but it's always nice when a student takes the time and reaches out and tells you that something you did made a difference. So I know you're starting to use Noodle Tools here at the middle school, and these kids are using it at college. So just one of the ways that not only are we helping you, taking the burden off your plate, but you are really influencing student achievement when you work with your school librarian.
A great way to work on our standards together is through collaboration. We know that teachers and librarians collaborate, and that impacts student achievement through higher test scores. When we work together, we get to share the planning, the teaching, and the assessing. Now that rather than creating rubrics and grading projects all alone, we can have a partner, and that means less time for you to do that, more time to increase the focus on individual student needs. Here are some of the ways that we can work through collaboration.
So you know a lot of you have projects that you like to do every year, and maybe you're looking for just a small way to change it, to spice it up, to make it a little more current. Technology is a great way to do that, and we are your go-to resources for integrating that technology. This past year, for example, Lisa was doing her famous scientist project, and traditionally after the students do their research, they put together a poster board. They do this by hand. They have markers, crayons, colored pencils. This past year we decided, let's do it digitally. Let's search for images, and let's put it together in an online poster called the blog. This was great for many reasons. First of all, it got those 21st century learning skills integrated. So the students were becoming comfortable with the Web 2.0 tool. They were also learning proper search skills to get the images that they need. They were dealing with copyright, so they were using images that were were appropriate for their project and they were allowed to use. But what was also